On to the last lecture of this section, and here we'll start talking about critical reasoning, and this is the most fun part for me. These large language models over time has developed a strong critical reasoning ability, but they're still not good and they can make errors. And that's exactly what I'm going to show you in this case on where they go wrong and why they go wrong and how to rectify it. So, but first let's start with a very basic example of reasoning or calculation or logic. So let's say I go with, can you find the product of, let's say, 9,000, 90,000 times 90,000. So it's going to be 81 and 4 zeros. That's the answer that I expect. Is 81 and then 8 zeros. Yeah, 4 from each one. Let's go to Bard, write the same simple prompt, and I'll get my answer. And yes, Bard gave me the same answer as well, which was 81. And then now let's try a slightly more difficult word problem where GPT or Bard might not be able to follow us through and may give us a wrong answer because of its critical reasoning ability. So the first thing I'll do is, so this is my prompt. I'm actually going to use this on 3.5 first because that's the most basic model that OpenAI has. So I'm saying the odd number in this group add up to even number. And I'm expecting a Boolean answer of either yes or no. I want the model to respond in true or false. So what are the odd numbers first in this group? 15 plus 5 is 20, plus 13 is 33, 33 plus 7 is 40, and plus 1 is 41. So they do add up to an odd number, 41, the sum of the odd numbers in the group, which is an odd number. Let's try it with Bard. So now Bard failed to do the job, whereas GPT-5 did it right. So let's go and try the answers again. Look at the answers again. So we know the numbers are 15, 5, 13, and 1. If I add all of them up, we did it manually and we got 41, which is the sum of odd numbers in the group is 41, which is an odd number. So the odd numbers in this group add up to an even number. No, it doesn't, which is an odd number, and the sum is 41. Here it said 28 is an even number and it summed 15, 5, 7, 1, but it forgot 13. So the model broke and it wasn't able to complete the task because it could not follow through the critical reasoning here. If 3.5 did it right, I'm pretty sure 4 will do it right too. So it's more about how to improve the answer from Bard. This question was simple enough for ChatGPT to get the reasoning out of it. Oh, actually, GPT-4 made a mistake too. Yes, that's correct. Even if we add up all odd numbers from this group, we get 41, which is an odd number. However, the statement suggests the sum would be an even number, so it appears to be incorrect based on the provided numbers. So it's giving a mixed up answer. First it says yes, that's correct, and then it says so it appears to be incorrect based on the provided numbers. How do we rectify this? So now I'm going to repeat the same prompt, but this time I'm going to say solve step by step, and that would do the job of getting the right answer because it will first identify the numbers and then add them up. So first it identified the numbers 15, 5, 13, 7 and 1, and now it's adding all of them, 41. And so the sum of the odd numbers, which is an odd number, therefore the original statement is incorrect. So it gave the same answer, but this time it was less confused. It did not start with saying yes, that's correct. Now let's see if the same trick works on Bard as well. All I'm doing here is I'm telling the model that okay, take a step back and solve one problem at a time instead of solving all of them at the same time, and that does the job in terms of helping the model understand what kind of reasoning we are asking it to do. So let's see how Bard did it. Sure, here's a step-by-step solution to the problem. Identify the odd numbers in the group 15, 5, 7, 1. It forgot 13 again. Add the numbers to the group, define if the sum is even and odd, conclude the statement. Let me ask the model, you forgot 13. Now it went to 42. 15 plus 5 is 20. 7 plus 1 is 8. 28 plus 13 is 41. It went to 42. Why? It's trying to prove the answer right because of the way we have phrased the question. If I change the question slightly, then it will be able to reason better as well, because I believe Bard can solve this just like GPT. It's all about how you write the prompt. The odd number in this group sum up to an even number, and then let me give this in squirrely brackets as the numbers. It keeps going back to 42. So this is what I wanted to show here, that even though we tried a couple of different things, but Bard wasn't able to understand the question and answer it correctly. It keep giving us the wrong answer in different attempts. We even phrased the question in a different way here, where we said, does it add up to an even number? And because it has already assumed that it's even, I guess that's why it keeps adding them up. 15 plus 5 plus 7 plus 1 plus 13 does not add up to 42. This should be 41. But GPT did a really good job of, although GPT-4 made a mistake first where it says yes, that's correct, and later in the same prompt it says incorrect. But when I told it to do it step by step, it was able to get the job done and get me the right answer of 41. Same thing with 3.5, it was able to deduct from the question what we're asking for and gave us the right answer right away. So this is how the models differentiate in terms of their reasoning capabilities. And if you're working with something that requires a lot of critical thinking and reasoning, GPT will prove to be a better model than Bard for those tasks.